Quality control in Navure. U-charts. U-charts track the number of defects in a unit over time to detect changes in trend and variability. The procedure has two steps. First, estimating the chart parameters. Second, using these parameters to generate the U-chart for your data. To illustrate the first step, we will open the U-chart training data file located in the test data repository. It contains several samples of size 20 and a column of defects. Note that unlike the P or NP charts, this chart monitors the number of defective items. This plot monitors the number of defects per item. The samples for the training data must be collected with the assumption that the number of defects per unit will remain constant and at an acceptable level during the collection of data for training. To estimate the parameters of the U-chart, select the Graphics tab and press the QC Charts button. From the pop-up menu that appears, select Estimate Control Chart Parameters and then select the U-chart menu item. A dialog box will ask you to specify the name of the column containing the number of defects and the column containing the size of the samples. Once these have been specified, press the blue arrow button in the top left-hand corner of the dialog box to proceed. An options window appears for estimating the control chart parameters. In the left-hand panel, you can select the type of statistical approximation to be used to estimate the mean value and variance, and specify the sigma multiplier to be used in constructing the upper control limit. By default, normal approximation is used. The estimated parameters are shown on the right. This information must be saved to be available in the second step. Pressing the Save Control Chart Parameters button brings up the usual Save dialog to select the name and location of the parameter file. This completes the first step. Note that the first step does not need to be repeated each time you create a U-chart for the same process. The parameter estimated in the first step can be used several times. To illustrate the second step, open the U-chart test data file in the test data repository. This file contains 3 columns. One is the order of the observations, which can be a date. The second column is the sample size, which must be the same as in the first step, and the number of failed items in the sample. Now let's select the Graphs tab, press the QC Charts button, select Generate Control Chart from the pop-up menu that appears, and then click the U-chart item in the secondary pop-up menu. In the pop-up dialog box, specify the number of all defects in the sample size, and the order of the samples. Once the correct columns are assigned, press the blue arrow button in the upper left corner of the window to continue. In the dialog box that appears, you can use the previously calculated parameters, or you can use user-defined parameters. We will use the estimated parameters calculated in the first step. To proceed, click the open icon below the title, Trained Control Chart. When the dialog box opens, locate and open the file you created in Step 1. The information it contains will be displayed below. Simply press the OK button and wait for the U-chart to be displayed. The process appears to be under control, as there is no evidence to suggest otherwise.